let's make a quick and easy jalapeno cornbread with our secret ingredient cream-style corn, as well as a smoked turkey, sausage, chili. Welcome back to Adornment with Adrienne. All right, Adorners, so I'm going to coat our cast iron skillet. I have some country crock vegetable light spread, and I'm just going to cover this. You know you want to coat. You can use oil, non-stick spray, whatever it is you will, but we're going to coat our cast iron skillet really nicely, thickly, so our cornbread will come out perfectly and won't stick to our pan. Of course, we're going to cook this, bake this in our oven. All right, so you can see how nicely we have coated this with our country crock. All right, so we have our one egg. All right, so we have one egg, and we have our milk. You can use, I'm using our almond milk or what milk I had. And then this is 1 pack of Jiffy corn mix, cornbread mix, and I'm going to use half a can of cream style corn. My grandmother used to use this. We went to North Carolina one time to visit family up near the Raleigh, Danville area. They're not really close together. But anyway, we went to North Carolina, and everyone up there was talking about how they like to include cream style corn in their cornbread to make it taste more home style and give it a fluffier or a lighter texture. And as you can see, if you mix this together, you can see it kind of really changes the texture of the cornbread. All right, and so with this, I have some fresh jalapeno that I got at my local grocery store, and I just diced it up a little bit, and I added that to our mixture. And so I'm going to go ahead and add this. This is just 1 pack of cornbread mix, okay? 1 egg and the milk that it requires, 1/3 cup, I think, of milk. But because of the skillet and how thick I want to have my cornbread, I am going to do this mixture again. All right, so I'm going to just kind of spread this out evenly over our skillet, as you can see. You can see the difference, actually, between using just the milk and the egg and adding the cream corn. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make another batch. This is another batch. We're going to go ahead and pour it in. So I have 2 boxes, okay, in this large cast iron skillet. I have 2 boxes of Jiffy mix and a whole can of cream corn. All right, so with this, I'm going to make some cilantro lime rice-a-roni. All right, and just following the directions, I have our country crock in the pan, and we saute it up to brown it a bit, and then we're going to go ahead and add in our seasoning packet. All right, this is our cilantro lime seasoning packet, and we're going to add in, I think, like 2, according to the directions, like 2 cups of water or something like that. And it goes, and we're going to bring it to a boil, and then we're going to turn that down. All right, it needs to come to a boil. And then now let's go ahead and slice up our smoked turkey sausage, as you can see that I had in the beginning of our video. And I have a sliced shallot that I sliced up. And I'm going to saute this till this is nice and golden brown. And while I do that, I'm going to go ahead and add in my favorite smoked seasonings and some garlic. It's up to you, of course, and a little pepper, salt, that kind of thing. All right, we want to season this up nicely, but because I am using ranch-style beans, they kind of have that smoky flavor. As you know, I partially grew up in Texas, and so in Texas, a lot of times when we had barbecue or anything like that, we didn't have baked beans, we had ranch-style beans. And they have such a nice flavor that I really like, and if you haven't ever tried them before, maybe you might want to try them. As you can see, we have our sausage nice and crispy, and let's go ahead and add our beans, because as I said, ranch style beans. And if you haven't ever tried them before, they have 2 different kinds now. One is like a white bean with a jalapeno already mixed in it, and this is the original ranch style beans. All right, so I'm going to incorporate that, and let's check on our cornbread. Okay, donor, so our chili is almost done, and our cornbread, I'm about to take that out. I've turned it off, and I'm going to let it sit for a few minutes. Our rice is done. I turned that off, and it's so quick and easy, and it's a beautiful comfort meal. I guess if you wanted to, you could add cheese to this. I'm not going to do that today because I have more of a cilantro lime kind of feel. I don't have any cilantro, believe it or not, but I put so much cilantro on everything.
last week. So, but I do have some jalapeno. So anyway, so if you are looking for something quick and easy that will feed a lot of people, I'm going to be eating this for a few days, probably, or freeze it or something. But anyway, this is just a quick comfort meal. And actually, it kind of has that old school beanie weenie feel, you know. So, but it's such a comforting food. So I can't wait to share it with you.
All right, Adorners, so I've gone ahead and taken out our cornbread. As you can see, because we added cream corn to this, you want to make sure that you cook your cornbread a little longer, okay? If it calls for 30 minutes, maybe you want to go 35 to 45 minutes and check it just like you would a cake. Stick something in, maybe a toothpick or something, to see if it comes out clean, because as I said, we added extra moisture to our cornbread. It came out so beautifully. All right, and so we have our chili finishing up. We're gonna go ahead and plate up a little bit of our rice. Let's go ahead and cut this cornbread so you can see it. Now if you like a lot of jalapeno, I would suggest you could maybe dice up and cook and cut a whole jalapeno in this. I didn't. I just added a little spice to mine, okay? And I'm going to add some of our cilantro lime rice to a bowl. Cover it with our chili mixture, smoked turkey sausage chili mixture. Get me a slice of our cornbread. Right, it came out so beautifully, and I'm going to add a little bit of my country crock instead of butter. No, we love country crock though. All right, and so I'm going to add that to our cornbread, and they actually have a honey butter, but they didn't have it at my store, but they have a honey butter as well. And as you can see, it came out so beautifully. This tastes so nice. And this is something that you can have.
As always, thank you for joining me with Adornment with Adrienne. I am your girlfriend or your auntie of lifestyle and decor. And as always, instead of saying goodbye, I say saving hello for another time. Please be sure to click like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. See you in the next video.
Again, Adorners, so remember, when you're cooking this cornbread, don't forget, because you added extra moisture to this cornbread with the cream style corn, you're going to cook it a little bit longer, okay? See you in the next video. Saving hello for another time.